Hello, everybody. I am your host, Tabla Rosa, aka La Roza Negra, or Black Rose if you're nasty. And I think I won't claim to be a pioneer of any kind, but I think this may be the first of its kind. I am joined by the juicy, the illustrious, the sexiest homie with the most kissable lips.
Peace. Mwah. Mwah.
Sparky. How you doing today, my love? How you doing? How you doing?
I am doing fantastic. I get to spend time with your beautiful face. Oh, don't hide now, darling.
Stop it.
Oh,
I just want to
oh.
know, where did Dracula come from?
Listen, I have many surprises. So yeah.
Mm. Toasters ain't the only thing that's gonna go pop around here. You better stop.
I mean, I pop off more than just bread. I'm just saying. Yeah. Pop that tongue, pop up the panties. Anyway, hi,
Oh
hi.
my god.
How you
This is
doing?
supposed to be a family friendly environment.
They have to learn somehow. They're family. They have to make kids somehow.
The authorities will be contacted. They're honing in on your location as we speak.
They should. All right, bet. Show up. Watch what happens.
Oh no!
Show up. Show up and get showed out. Get flew out. I don't know what I'm even saying. What we're doing? Hi.
We're doing a podcast. Oh my
Oh, that's talking
god.
about what podcast? Wow.
Um, Specifically, we're doing a podcast episode entitled Fruits of Our Labor, Paving Your Own Way in Curating New Spaces. And I'm sure you're in no way a stranger to that concept at all. So let's dive right in. I mean, let's be 100 here. I'm not
All
saying
right.
I'm perfectly equipped for this conversation. I'm just saying I don't know that the Roze Garden or my various rose enterprises, shall we say, I don't think we have anything like that on the internet per se. Not to say that I'm any kind of pioneer or that I'm unique in that regard, but more so the way that I've gone about building these spaces. And I like to think that I hang with a lot of people who have not necessarily just like this creative drive. I don't like to look for people who are trying to consistently grind, getting to the next job, getting to the next hustle, actively trying to push themselves to do above and beyond. That feels like a lot. But I do like to think I hang around with people who are actively creatives, and not only creatives, but ambitious creatives, because they're not necessarily out here looking to grind, but they will do what it takes to get and achieve what they need. Would you classify yourself as such, ma'am?
I would. I definitely am like I'm in the between of like grinding for enjoyment. I am do I need to grind? She anyway, listen.
That hit me like a
Anyway,
train, just immediately just
grind.
you
Anyway,
stop that. You stop that right
I
now.
didn't I didn't do anything. I'm just trying to make sure, the train that hit you. What type of train?
And moving right along.
Oh yes. But yeah, that's actually the category that I'm in. Like spot on.
I'm glad to know it. Can you actually tell me a bit about your community? Because I don't want to try and explain it to people because I do not have the terminologies, the proper lingo. I don't know what's hip with the kids now. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But
Wait, all right, fellow children, I got you. Sit down and drink your milkies.
speaking of Milkies,
Milkies.
but basically, like I'm I'm friends with, and I do dabble a little bit in PNG tubing, but mostly everything that I do is tends to be my face. So the whole digital spectrum thing, presenting yourself as a persona and entirely curated figure, creating a new person entirely. Tell us a little bit about that.
So VTubing is kind of also like that other escape, depending on what you like to do. For my community, a lot of the people there are uh, that do stream, a lot of them are VTubers. They're also in the same boat as you. They do the PNG tubing. I originally started off as 3D model, and now on to what you see now, which is 2D.
I gotta
It's
say, your model reminds me of like Danganronpa.
I know I love Danganronpa actually. It's one of my favorite. My model parent, as I'm going to call her, because in the VTubing world you have a mom and you have a dad, quote unquote, and usually your mom is the person who does your art, and the person who does your rig, the reason why you move and you shake and you groove, is your dad or your papa, and they could be of any gender, but that's just the norm for it. Well, she did both, so she is
A
the
single parent
parent.
household. Shout out to
Let's
single parents. Y'all be doing the damn thing.
She does. And I mean, it's for my community, we're open and welcome. Even if you're not a VTuber, we welcome any person who streams. We get love, we support, we have it's just open community to come grow, chill, vibe. It's always about the vibes because when the vibes are good, people come around.
Right, of course. If you've got a toxic environment, no one's gonna want to come to your house.
Right? Bro, you can have a dirty house, no one's coming to your house.
No, seriously. Dirty, unkept, messy, disheveled, even kind of chaotic, because your house can be the cleanest thing in the world, but if there's always a fight next door, it's like maybe we can hang out at my house next time.
Right. Like, who wants to go to your house? Even though your house is really nice and it's really clean, there's a chance that your neighbors are going to keep my car. I'm not trying to go to your house. I don't want to. I don't.
I do
That's my.
not want my Lexus being in the driveway being attacked by a baby mother thinking I'm cheating with her baby father. No, thank you.
You got a Lexus? Hey yo.
Hypothetically. Hypothetically.
Oh, the hypothetical Lex. Okay, cool. I have a hypothetical bicycle then.
We're gonna say I have a hypothetical license.
I've learned something new today. Interesting.
I've got a learner's permit.
Oh,
I took all of the licensing and driving lessons, but I'm still chicken shit to actually go and commit to it because I don't feel like I'm gonna ace the test. And as a gifted kid, failing does not feel good.
fun. It's only driving.
What do you mean it's only driving?
It's just driving. Once you start driving with other people, you realize no one can drive. It doesn't matter.
See, that's the problem I'm having. Like my biggest fear is that something's gonna come up while I'm driving and following all the rules to the T on the damn manual. And lo and behold, I end up messing up my entire test because I'm driving and someone does something stupid and I have to respond to what they're doing, and I don't respond in a way that's in the book because they don't have the proper way to respond to these things in the book.
Yeah, following the books is about just essentially following the rules of the road, which aren't technically in the book. Jarvis is about the experience, honestly. I mean, you, and also, I don't know how the test will be for where you are, but normally they are with you, and it's not as like they're not going to hold you to the standard. Like if somebody swerves in front of you and you brake really hard, the person in the car with you is not going to be like, you failed because you, well, first of all, I'll just say both our lives. So they're not going to be that hardcore. And if they are, then, they need to be fired because in order to avoid an accident, everyone knows what you need to do.
Can I put you on record as saying that so I can just submit it for legal purposes?
You can if you want to. And I can also cut somebody out for you. What you need.
Oh, okay. I might take you up on that. But circling back to the conversation, it's just a matter of the environment that you're creating being imperative, and not only imperative to host people, but also being inviting. You want to build a space that people want to come to and want to come back to, because as much as you can have, in the same way that we were talking about, a chaotic environment that deters people, you can have an environment that ideally is actually really great, but in actual practice it's kind of boring. And so because it's boring, it doesn't really make people want to stick around, because like if you have a house that's like a library, it may be interesting to people who like books, but for the most people who are coming for a social endeavor, if it's too quiet, they're probably not going to come back. Or if they can't actively exhibit the full range of their voice, it's going to prove to be a little bit of a problem. And maybe I'm imposing here. I may be a little bit biased because, I have a wide sweeping range. I can go all the way down here, and then I can go all the way up here. Actually, I can go higher than that, but, I'd rather not.
Yeah, I understand that. Usually with me, I try to kind of encompass a lot of different things. Like, my community, different games, different walks of life. I give people the idea to, different places to kind of post things that are funny because not everybody finds the same thing funny. I just kind of like just leave everything kind of open.
Except
Moderate some
Outlast.
things. I will leave. I will leave. I will leave. You know what? No, no, I don't have to take. I don't have to take this.
Wait,
I don't.
no.
No, no. How? I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Wait,
No, no. I don't have to take this. The fucking audacity. I don't have to take this. Can't fucking god fucking.
Wait, no.
Fucking goddamn. I'm really.
Okay, come back. My bad. My bad.
How dare? How dare?
Can I explain?
No, I don't want your explanation. Go back. Go back to topic at hand. I'm sick of this shit.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Oh, you were telling me about the variety within your space and your community.
Mm-hmm.
How did you decide how you were going to build your community? Like what? Like, I guess walk me through the process because I know the process I took with building not just the Roze Garden, but like the Roze Garden, the Rose Odyssey, and all of my different rose spaces and how I was gonna go about it. And it's obviously grown and changed over time, but like it started with a concept. I'm wondering with you, was it just like, hey, I like toast, that fucking works, or like what happened?
Well, I branded myself as a toaster like long before I started VTubing, and so just kind of having my server, my thing called Toasters Anonymous, just it flows with everything because I like to create this space, and though I'm not a
Does
person.
that mean that we're all toasters?
No, everybody in there is actually bread. I call my people bread, the bread basket.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And so I just kind of was like, I want a place where I could chill, things that I would like, and then as people come in, I've like, I won't say like 100% accommodated because for some things I'm not gonna like, hey yo Sparky, can I get this section for this? I'm like, you like this really really small niche game, just post it in the game section and talk about it there. Like I am accommodating, but this just kind of depends because not everybody cares about Outlast.
It's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good
Anyway,
game.
it's a good game.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It could stay good and deleted. Anyway.
Wow.
But yeah,
I'm actually gonna be streaming it later. I'll have you know that. I've been streaming it for the entire month of October.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. Have fun. That game.
I actually got stuck. I gotta go back and try and play Puzzle Maker now. I did a little bit of research. I don't count research as cheating. I don't think so. Cause like I'm not like trying to figure out the entire game. I caught up to where I was and I'm like, okay, I've been doing this aimlessly because I sat on stream for a good rough 20-30 minutes jumping and running back and forth aimlessly. Like there was no danger for entertainment purposes. There was no actual like puzzles to be solved or any kind of like mysticism or new details unraveled. It was just literally watching me run around in a circle. That's not cute.
Yeah. No. I'm good. Anyway, so.
Oh no, that wasn't to convince you to come back to Outlast.
Oh no.
Outlast is for special people. You'll be happy to know you're
Like,
not in solo company. I'm finding that a lot of our mutual friends don't like that game for varying different reasons. But no,
look,
it's not a popular title.
Once it stops being scary and it stops making me mad, I don't want to play anymore. I play the game to get scared.
Well, I mean, you would be scared if you could keep progressing, but I think you got stuck at a certain part.
I did because of some bullcrap. So that only made me angry and it kept happening. So I actually started playing Outlast last year.
Also, I know how to get past where you are. I was trying to like explain it, but like also I don't want to explain it for you because I feel like my approach to the game I realized that in my research because I've gotten pretty extensively through the game, but I've also missed a lot of stuff with my approach to the game because my approach to the game is realistically I'm aware that like okay, so for those of you who do not play Outlast, I feel like I need to give a bit of explanation. It's about this investigative journalist who had too much dip on his ship. Essentially, he went in to see what was going on at the psych ward that was taken over by this like exploitative military company from Russia that came to America or something under the guise of being like philanthropic, I think. if I'm remembering correctly. Sparky, hold me true.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You're like, I was listening to, I'm like, dang, you really just like are into this. Yeah, this is.
Oh, I'm just making sure I'm telling the story right. And so as you're going through there, you have what is essentially 4 to 5 primary psychos that are running the joint as like big bosses, and then you've got miniature psychos that are just like swinging random blunt objects and knocking the shit out of you. And your objective is initially to go in and find out what's going on in the place. Once you find that it's been overtaken by the psych patients, your essential goal is to escape. Except it's nowhere in that easy. But also in escaping, I feel like the main character, his name is Eddie. He continues to put more and more dip on that already heavy and cracking chip, because there is no way you can convince me that after you had already gotten outside, because I'm a brief spoiler. There's a point in the game. Yes.
That game's old as shit. It's not even brief anymore. It's not even a spoiler.
There are still a lot of people who haven't played the game.
Sucks to be them. That game is old as fuck. Continue.
I'm gonna be playing the entire series this month, so I have to actually finish up the game pretty soon. Anywho, brief spoiler for those of you who haven't played the game yet. You actually do escape the building and get back outside, and yet somehow, in being outside, instead of using the common sense that God gave you to, just leave, because by the time you make it outside, you've seen and recorded on your camcorder more than enough information to expose the corruptness of what's going on in this place. You instead continue back into the building, into the female ward. There are no women in this entire psychiatric facility. I don't know if the women have been murdered and mutilated or what is going on, but there are no women present. And now apparently there was a doctor that was making women. Yes, if you're catching what I'm putting down, he was making women. First the fingers, then the balls, then the tongue was written on the wall. In blood, scribed in blood. As a warning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying that my playstyle is ideal. Because like I said, I've missed a lot of like crucial Easter eggs and like important notes and documents and information. But I've gotten through the game and I've managed to only die a few times. Mostly because I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. Like most of the times I died was because there was one man that was ambushing me, and you can't really run past him or anything because he's just gonna like run you through with a machete. But you also don't know that there's a man that's behind you, because the way you walk in, I don't know where he comes from. I don't know if he comes down from the ceiling, if there's like a trap door, if he was hiding in a corner as much as you were using your light to try and see what was going on. I think you know what I'm talking about. In the showers. Yeah, getting ran through by the 2 booty warriors is not great. No. They made it very clear. They are standing there naked. They like me. They want me. Now I can do it the easy way or the hard way. The choice is mine. And I chose not to be bothered. I finally figured out, they're like, oh, there's a blowing window. Why don't I try jumping out of it? Because I had just learned how to jump a ledge. And that surprisingly worked. All in all, the point being, with all of these different steps to this game, and it being such an involved game, a lot of people don't actually like this title. And with a lot of people not liking this title, there's still the range of people who do. It's a matter of that accommodation and providing space for it and potentially not driving people away who don't like it.
Listen.
I said nothing.
After I went down that hallway, he didn't see me, and I got in a locker, and he came in the room and snatched me out and killed me. I was done. He didn't see me. Okay,
so he checks all the lockers. But anyways, circling back to the main point here. Now that you've gotten I won't impose. I'll ask because I feel like it's a good question. Do you feel like you've fully established Toasters Anonymous, or do you still feel like it's in its developmental stages? What would you say your community is now?
I mean, I feel like it's established. I mean, you just like kind of anything, you can always make improvements. So now it's just like Toasters Anonymous has a solid ground, and now it's just like, okay, improving.
Cool. Yeah. I can respect that.
Like sometimes you got to get rid of some mods, sometimes you got to get rid of some people. Improvements. Always looking to go up. Always.
Some people just want to be mods because they're friends with you.
That's fine. I deleted them too.
I fear you may be you. I fear we may be friends for the wrong reasons.
Listen, in a growing community with VTubering, and a lot of things can happen. So I understand people are my friends, and I love my friends dearly, but
I,
I need
I
mods to
tolerate
be
my
there when I
friends.
need them to be there. So
Right.
I can't make every friend a mod. That's not how this works in this house.
Reliability, and on top of reliability, functionality. Like, I don't believe
Yeah,
in exploiting my friends or anything, but like, if I'm gonna give you a title here, or if you're gonna ask for a title, I'm gonna assume you're gonna do what the title is there for. You're not just there to hold a shiny badge.
yeah. I have expectations for you, and my friends know what I'm like. As a person who used to work in a manager position, if I'm managing something, running something, I have an expectation for you, even if you are my friend.
Right.
And my close friends, they live to that expectation, but it's like the secondary circle. You got, when you get to the third dairy circle, or for some people who got an 18th dairy circle, I don't know. Anyway, okay, don't put your hand up. Just don't do. Just don't acknowledge. Don't out. Stop outing yourself. Stop it. Anyway, the point being is that friend one and friend 565, they're not gonna mod the same. What?
There have been 565 different mods.
No, it's an example. It's literally an example. I don't even know 500 people.
Mm-hmm. Anywho, I'm glad to know. No,
Wow. Okay. You know what? Remember when I told you I was leaving? I'm still leaving. What the? Getting bullied today.
not right
Bullied.
now. You're not.
Oh,
Such get yours, broken.
bit.
um,
The audacity.
within your community, would you say? Not would you say? How would you express some of the like trials and tribulations you've had outside of like the mod situation? Like, would you say it's been a growing pain of like self evolution? Would you say it's a growing pain of like learning as the space grows, different things need to change to accommodate the growth in space? A little bit of both. Maybe something I'm missing.
Uh, the thing about like just growing in general when it comes to VTubing is just having to make sure that if I do need to accommodate, it's watching out for people who are dangerous that can enter the community. VTubing is one of those things where you do have people who are child predators or groomers.
It's
So
not funny. It's just I didn't realize I
it's
was gonna have this visceral reaction, and then I saw myself, and I'm like, oh. But like, bro, and you.
just
So
going to the tea.
so a priest walks into a room. Go on.
I'm ready for the rest of the joke. I guess it was like how the priest liked it. Premature. Oh, I'm getting canceled. Oh, I'm getting canceled.
I'm not editing that out.
You could have. My punch was probably way worse than it should have been.
Do you want to apologize? Do you have
No, nah, nah. No, I don't apologize for the fact that people are trash.
facts? Actually, can I get that on a T-shirt?
Yes.
Just
So,
don't put me on a T-shirt, please.
put you on a t-shirt. Sexiest t-shirt ever.
Stop.
That's one hiding from that dark humor joke a few minutes ago. And anyway,
Circling back, you're protecting from predators.
um,
Are there any other potential threats?
I mean, just like in any community, no matter what, you will have people who are racist, who are hateful. Even as VTubers, I identify, of course, because I am a black female of the demisexual, bisexual, queer
You one of the leg
ally.
booty people?
Leg booty,
Leg booty, yeah.
leg leg booty.
Labiquitia.
Oh, you talking about the lettuce, bacon, tomato?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Come
yeah.
on.
It's I hate to use this these words. It's extremely easy for people to pretend and come into your community that you're fine and then kind of like eat it from the inside. And
Like a parasite.
yeah, like they'll just go and they can destroy your community. And it's good to kind of like
I'm
weed these
curious, is
people
this
out.
like a calculated intentional attack that happens, or is this like a? Because I've not experienced this yet with my communities. My
Well, I mean, I haven't experienced it either, but
okay,
I've seen people's like communities fall because of things like racism, sexism, uh, people are hateful. I've
homophobia, so
seen
on, all of the
yeah,
phobias and
yeah, just I
isms.
mean, if you list it, you already know, like, if something you see VTubers get canceled all the time. There was a period of time, a few months back when the majority of male VTubers were just all really, really worried because a lot of male VTubers are getting outed for being creeps and groomers and pedophiles and
I feel like I watched that wave happen, and
mhm,
like I came in on the butt end of it, and so a lot of my friends, as they were introducing me to the VTuber community, they were also not necessarily like going about their way to be proud. Like, yeah, I'm a VTuber. It's all like, oh yeah, by the way, I mean, I be streaming, but like, I don't stream with my face. I'm like, and I kid you
subtle
not,
hints.
I sat there like Karen from Mean Girls. What do you mean? Like, so
Yeah.
you just don't, like, you play the game like regular? Like, no, I have like a model. Like, a model? What is, I promise you, I was the most, like, if there was a 3-year-old in an adult's body, it was me that day. I was very confused. And then eventually it came around to, I'm a VTuber. And again, that still wasn't an adequate explanation. So I ended up going down a full rabbit hole. And that's only the tip of the iceberg. There's still so much. But
Right.
most of I think I think most of what was hitting the VTuber community and why it hit the VTuber community, from what I gathered from the situation, wasn't because it's new to anyone in any capacity. It's because the VTuber community is so new, and so with it not only being something that is not front facing, um, people love drama more than they love new prospects, and so it was watching the whole shit unfurl before everyone's eyes in real time.
The interesting thing about VTubing has actually been around for a very long time. So
Really?
it yeah, VTubing's like been around a very long time. Now, the concept is going to be new to people who haven't heard of it, and it's new.
Well, then
You know,
forgive me. Like I said, I never want to actually undercut a community. I just, it seemed, again, well, like you said, it's always new to people who are unfamiliar. But
hmm
as someone, I don't even consider myself a part of like the zeitgeist because I don't exist within the popular social scheme. But then again, I also don't want to make myself sound pretentious. I'm not like, I'm underground. I don't, no, it's not that kind of situation. It's more one of those things of like, I be existing. Sometimes I see shit that's popular, sometimes I don't. But I never really heard about VTubing until like last year, and even last year would still
yeah,
be a stretch because like I knew a PNG tuber, and I didn't find out about actual VTubing until like April, May this year. So it's only been a few months.
like this to give you kind of a perspective is that you found out last year. I've been VTubing for 3 years. Just me alone have been. There are
Womp
VTubers
womp.
that are extremely large compared to me, obviously. Like there are VTubers who have amassed followings in the millions who have so much going on. So VTubing has actually been around a very long time, but it's also that concept of like, if you're not really interested in something, you don't really, you
Right.
don't really learn about that. I'm not
Or if
interested
you don't
in
know to
this.
look for it, you don't know to look for
Right.
it.
Right. So when you jump into it, everything seemed new, but it's just the thing about the outing is that so many people went from like a face cam stream and now they turn to VTubing to think that people won't recognize their voice, but people do. And they'll get outed. There was someone who had a model made that was like $9,000 and the model was like really nice. And people were like, yeah. And they're like, what happened? Remember this person who made this $9,000 model? And then they got outed because this person was actually a creep and also in that category. So who cares if your model's $9,000? We know what you've done. You've been canceled and now you're canceled again. And that's just how it is. So.
I talked about it very briefly on another episode, and I feel like it's probably going to cycle back around on a few episodes because, especially with our generation, not to say that cancellation is anything new, but it's another prevalent point because we have a lot of, again, with the age of social media, accessible and not just accessible, but recurring accountability on things. Would you say like the community is actually trying to get rid of and hold these people accountable because they don't want to leave and allow people to like have that reprieve and then maybe allow them to grow and come back, or alternately if they were even supposed to come back? Because some cases, like I feel like cancellations happen, but like we use the word canceling so liberally within the community. Essentially what I'm asking is, do you feel like these cancellations are occurring in a como se dice, in a bashing manner, or in a, like I said, safety and accountability manner?
Usually it's in a safety and accountability matter, because you can go and try to cancel someone, but if you don't have, I mean, it's just for any general thing, if you don't have receipts to back it up, it doesn't matter. Because I know of a VTuber, I don't know personally, but some people tried to cancel him, and they were like, "Hey, this happened," and everyone around him was like, "Okay, he doesn't actually do this." Like everyone knows that he's like, the whole thing's like, "Oh, he doesn't really pay people who do his art," and someone was like, "What? Yes, he does. Not only does this man pay, we can't get him to stop tipping us more money than we asked for. What are you talking? Who are you?"
And it's me. I'm not that person specifically, but I like being one of those people. You ain't never gonna drag my name, because I like to take care of my people. I'm like, hey, okay, so what's your price? All right, now, are you sure? Do you feel like that's an appropriate wage for what you're gonna be doing? Because I want to make sure that you feel represented. And then I'm still gonna come back behind and be like, hey, yo, I really fuck with this. You did your thing with this. Let me just.
Right. But in this case, where it was like it was something that was unjust. Like, if you have receipts to back this stuff up, and the receipts are solid, usually that's going to result in, which I've seen someone that I didn't really know directly, but I small interacted with. I see somebody get canceled, and receipts, Lord, longer than CVS's pharmacy. Like this was a booklet. This was
the Walmart receipts.
This
longer.
Was, tell as old as time, Beauty and the Receipts. It was so many. Oh, it was so many. I was like, oh wow, okay, I'm gonna read this.
I love it, but like, damn.
They had a whole Discord.
But now there's a whole thing about smear campaigns. Okay, that's wild.
So it's kind of, even if you're doing a smear campaign for like a VTuber, you still gotta have, you gotta have something. You gotta like, I mean, your community is gonna stand by you, but your community can also be your downfall depending on like what type of person you are. Because of course your people are gonna stand by you, but it doesn't take everything. It's just like normal interactions. Like if I wrong you, you're not gonna sit here and let me keep wronging you. You're gonna most likely tell somebody depending on what type of person you are and what type of action happened. Exactly, or that too. You're gonna fuck me. Oh, I mean, anyway, but
let's talk after this. Anyways,
but it just depends on like, even when you try to smear or cancel, like you have to have evidence for people to believe you in the community. Otherwise, this person who has 1 million followers is still gonna have 1 million followers, but you can definitely see that million go all the way down for someone who is not good. You're always still gonna have people who are gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna follow him anyway," because you have those people. But
separate
you do have
the art from the artist.
Not in this case, no.
Not in a lot of cases. I feel like people.
True.
Someone said it, and I actually recently watched TikTok. They're like,
separating the art from the artist is a cop-out so you can avoid feeling guilty. My name is Pablo, and I promise I will continue to rail on this crazy line of thinking. I'm all for people listening to what they genuinely want to listen to, but this argument is flawed in so many different ways. And I think one of the biggest things people don't consider when separating the art from the artist is that people are multifaceted. Same artist that made that really good music is the same artist that is abusive and harmful towards people. And unfortunately, you cannot separate the two because they're connected through the same individual. We can all agree that we have different moral standards of when we should tune people out, and that is okay. When you try to get on the internet and argue you in favor of an artist who's either been accused of bad things or we've seen do bad things, what you're doing is setting a precedent that says you ultimately condone the behavior. And you're condoning it just because you like the music. When in reality, if you're listening to their music and you feel guilty, you do not condone the behavior. You just happen to like the music. To be frank, the music is replaceable.
I like the phrase separating the art from the artist, but I also don't like it at the same time. Do I identify and do I like these things that they've done? No. Do I like music? Yeah. Do I like the actual art that they've done? Yeah. But can I sit and stop and be like, hey, I like the art, but I forget what they did. They didn't mean. Now I'm just being dumb. But ignorance is not an excuse for anything
At
in
all.
anywhere. So I mean, I feel like as long as you kind of have a head on your shoulders, I'm not gonna go out and say like, hey, this person's a good person and this person actually, beats people's dogs on the streets, I'm not gonna be that person and you're like, oh, but they draw beautiful pictures. They also beat dogs. No. No.
This is
But
not funny, Sparky.
why you laughing? Why you laughing? What why you la- why you laughing? It's not funny. What?
I'm not laughing.
You not laughing?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, but
Okay.
yeah.
So
So
now that we've gotten extensively into like the, I guess not the downsides of the community, but more so just like what can happen on the back end and on like
yeah.
the negative sides of the community. Would you say all of those things considered, you still like? Would you say you have pride or like love for your community?
Yeah, I love my community. I love VTubing. I wouldn't really turn to face cam streaming. I want to continue to VTube for like the rest of my streaming. I not even because I've invested like funds into it, but because I really love this.
Okay.
Uh, I mean that's with any hobby though. You're always gonna have to make a cake. You gotta break some eggs, head ass.
I'm just making. I'm just. Wait. What did you just say?
To make a cake, you have to break some eggs.
I did not hear eggs. I heard heads. I'm like, what?
I mean, you could.
No, 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 no. Version
Only
track number 57.
Only
If
because you.
you walk away.
Please.
I knew it was gonna work. I knew it.
I actually don't even. I've never played that game a day in my life. I just
Oh
know
no, but that song is a banger.
True. Okay. I'll be good for the moment.
You know, I'll take what I can get. With your pride within the community, what would you say, as outside of the major pitfalls that we went over? What would you say some things that you feel are some like not growing pains? How do I express this the right way? Like you touched on it briefly earlier about you being like, for example, a black femme, being within the LGBTQ plus community, being I forgot the extensive titles you used. There were a few labels, but with all of your multiple marginalizations in mind, um, what would you say? Like all of that considered, would you say it's been harder? Would you say it's been like an uphill battle? Would you say it's been pretty even on the playing field? Would you say like talk to me? What's been the Sparky experience?
For me, I'm gonna say it's gonna be an not really. It hasn't really been a battle. It's definitely been a journey. I've had a few bumps in the road myself because people will still objectify me as like, oh, boobs, and I'm like, don't get me wrong, I like boobs too, but I don't. Depending on like the joke, sometimes it's just like, hey, yo, shake your titties for me on stream, and I'm just like,
I won't objectify you, but I will be an object for you. If you ever need a bra, hit me up, shorty.
who needs bras? I'll just slap you with them instead. Anyway, but there's a difference between you saying things like this, and I know like your reaction to someone who's legitimately coming in and being a creep.
No, that's weird.
The hate raid several months ago, being black is definitely something that if you were putting the tag that you were associated with black or you were associated with the lettuce, bacon, tomato community, the
I
LGBTQIA.
have all of those tags, and so
Right.
I feel like
Well,
I'm not wishing for it in any capacity,
right.
but I feel like my day is coming.
Well, the thing about it is like it has stopped a bit. I mean, it still happens. It's still there, but it was really common for a lot of VTubers to get raided by these bots and get this hate. Um, and that's just something that you have to be on the lookout for because you're gonna get this hate. And even if you're not a VTuber, as a black content creator, you're definitely gonna get that hate, especially in this day and age. So these are
I
things you have to
feel like there's a lot
watch
of
out for.
pain behind what you're saying. Like, has this happened to you, or is it just something you've been in proximity to, or?
Technically be in proximity too. I mean, I saw technically someone get some hate, but
I mean, it hurts in theory just to think about it, because I hate to see black people have to
they
get hit.
probably shouldn't have done something that led to something else. Let's just say cause and effect led to them getting some hate in a way they didn't have to get it. But that's a different story outside of this.
Okay,
Either way, no, I haven't actively had anyone come into my stream and be racist to me. I
blessings,
haven't
fingers
had
crossed.
if they do come in, they have definitely a nice conversation they're gonna get had with. I don't know who's gonna get them more, the people in my chat who actually care about me or my mods. So they're pretty screwed. I have people come in once again and they'll sexualize me. They go shake your boobs for me. I'm like, do you want me?
You trying to get banned?
Not even that. I mean, I will ban them. I have a protocol I follow that if someone comes in and they decide to be a troll, I'm going to be an asshole back.
Of course, of course. Play
And
stupid
then they
games,
get
win stupid
banned.
prizes.
Oh hell yeah! They finna win the biggest prize there is, ban. But all my mods know that I do this first. I always mess with any person they comes in. I've had people give me slack about my clothes. Not the joking kind. I've had people come in and say, "Oh, the way you dress offends my religion," and I'm just like, and I don't care.
Okay,
So
then go
yeah,
and be religious elsewhere. Bye now.
right. Right. So these are things that you kind of have to be on the lookout for. Me personally, I haven't had too much hell. You're gonna have the occasional troll no matter who you are. Um, so I don't know. I am continuously growing. I'm still growing, so I'm not gonna say never because it may happen. I'm prepared for it if it does happen. I have my community to back me up. They are a solid ground. I have my friends. It's just having that solid ground is gonna kind of be what you know picks me back up. Which I've told you this story before. It's just like the one person who came in and told me I was boring. That at the time it really hurt
That
my
shit, no,
feelings.
that shit would fuck with me.
It didn't because at the time I was like growing, and this person that was cool before, they're just like, oh, yeah, you're kind of boring, and I'm just like,
I'm like, I'm a newbie streamer. I'm not asking for handouts and anything, but like, I totally get that because even for me, as again being the newbie streamer, and not only being a newbie streamer on what is not an ideal setup, having people come in and be all like, "Hey, you're really dope, and I fuck with you, but this lag, I can't stick around. I gotta go." I try to, and I've steered away from it, but it's something that gets to me in my mind. Um, I'll be streaming and I like to have the mobile dashboard available under my camera so I can see what's going on in real time in my full setup. And just watching the numbers climb and watching myself get to a larger number, I'm like, oh, I'm actually doing the streaming thing right. And then watching it spike drastically back down to like one or two people because those are just the friends that are there to like rock with me and continuously support me. I'm like, it hurt for a little bit, and then I had to do this whole reconciling within myself. You're like, no, instead of being hurt that those people left, I appreciate the fact that these are still people that are there fucking with you and actually consuming your content. And then that number has grown from like the 1 to 2 people to like 4 to 5 people, and then from 4 to 5
mhm.
people it grows to being that 10 people. And it's really nice having those people come through there, but it's hard to get out of your head a little bit.
It did take me a while when I first started. I was in my head, but when that particular person that came around and said I was boring, it was more when I was like I was a bit on my feet, more kind of. But I I don't really care about numbers.
Mm.
I had somebody actually not too long ago. It's like, hey, yo, Sparky, what's up? Like for 27 people watching, it's really quiet in here. I was like, There's 27 people watching me. I was like, what do you think? Why? Like, I just don't pay attention to those things anymore because I'm here for the vibes. I'm here for the people. The people who talk, they do talk. And I even explained it to the person in chat who mentioned it. One, I don't like people talking to me about numbers. If it's one person or 1 million people, I'm still gonna treat everybody in chat the same as long as I can still read it.
No, you better say that. You better say that.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I don't. No one's gonna get any special treatment. Everyone will get. I will act up at people for my, my friends and stuff, but nobody's gonna
You
be
be
any
acting
different.
up with me.
The way I act up with you, I can't mention on here. I'll get canceled. We already made. Listen, I'm gonna get canceled with a joke earlier. I don't need to get canceled twice. Come on. So
You're not gonna get canceled. No.
I know. I know. Try, baby. Anyway, but like, I don't really care. I just don't care. If my homies are here and they're vibing with me and they're chatting with me and they're telling me about their day, that's what I care about. I want to know that my people are coming in and they're vibing. They can be like, "Hey, Sparky, what's up? Sparky, I'm done. I'll go, Sparky, I'll go take a shower. All right, thank you for coming by for 5 seconds. That's cool. All right, you came to vibe." Now, if I have like 0 people watching me, I'm still vibing. I'm here to play games. If you want to watch, you can watch. I am not everyone's cup of tea. Or in this case, I'm not everyone's toaster because I'm a toaster VTuber. So, not everybody likes bread. Some people like, they like put waffles in the toaster.
I like baguettes.
Baguettes in the toaster.
Gotta cram it in there.
It'll be hot and ready.
It be getting spread open.
Bust that baguette open.
They hate us.
No, you don't.
You're right. But I only ask all these things because, like I said, I would even want to, like, I don't want this to be posed like an interview, but it is important that I do have, like, interview-esque part of it for people like me who are just being introduced to the VTuber community. I want to ask questions that I have, and my questions may be off the wall, but I also want to implore people to also ask questions, investigate, find out more, maybe even tap into the community even more. Because, like I said, I kind of want to see this shit pop off. I think it's fucking dope. Like, you really started with an idea. Like, it's a whole lot different for me where I was like, I consider myself La Roza Negra. I call myself the Black Rose. I'm out here. So why don't I ride with the whole Black Rose thing and, like, take it and build all of my different Rose enterprises? You're like, nah, I'm a toaster, but I'm not just going to be a toaster. I'm going to create a whole individual with, like 2 bow ponytails. Like, I forgot what these bangs are called.
Bangs.
I know, but there's a specific name for these bangs.
True.
I'm just not a weeb. Yes, I'm calling you out. Cancel me if you must.
I mean, that's fine. I know I'm a weeb. I
Not
care.
you.
I know. And people who try to cancel you know that they're weebs. And if they cancel you, they're still weeb.
That you're a weeb. Weeb. Be who you are.
Hate it here. I'm leaving again.
No, but essentially, you had the ability to not, like, I am putting forth myself as and in the role that I've designated. You completely created something entirely new, and I think that's beautiful. I think that's not just beautiful. I think that's, like, really, really cool, admirable. I may decide to do that someday, and I feel like whoever I finally decide to create is to be my VTube model will not be the same person that you're talking to here, because I feel like it's also kind of imperative to split the difference between all of them, because, or maybe I can just do a digital model of this and it'll be all like, hi, you now have Rosa in the palm of your hands, and make myself sort of like a Tamagotchi.
I mean, that's totally, reasonable. And doable, actually. For me, though, I'm not really much of a split. I mean, yeah, I have the virtual avatar, but personality-wise, the way I act on stream, the way I'm acting now, it's how I act in person. I mean...
So you be acting up all the time. So you lied to me. So you lied to me. Got it.
No. What I whispered into your ear wasn't a lie. It was just something special.
Shut up. We don't talk about Bruno.
Oh, we don't?
No.
Good thing he's in the room. Bruno.
Shut up.
Anyway.
We can fight.
Are you sure that's the F you're going for? I love how you keep opening these doors for me. You're making it extremely easy today.
P.S. motherfucking A. You are your community. Your community is not you. Sparky and I exist within our communities mutually, and I think this should show a prime representation of what I mean as you are your community. Because as much as I keep opening up these jokes, I keep opening it. Part of them are intentional, part of them are not. Ultimately, we feed off of each other's energy. So, who's really the problem here?
Me,
Sparky.
I would like to think that, when you think of problems, you think of the ones in school, and you wanna know some about problems. There's always a really sexy solution to them. You let me in on that. You did that one too.
No, because you set me up. I really thought you were going somewhere with that, and then
I went there. Listen,
look here. Let me guess.
Where am I
You better not have a schoolgirl outfit. You better not. You better fucking not. Don't you do it. Don't you. I'm scared. I feel like okay.
Yeah, you're safe this time.
But I brought up the PS fucking A because we're 50 minutes in and I realized we didn't even do it, and that's supposed to be the opening segment. But you gotta talk about the elephant in the room, or in this case, the sexy toaster.
Ding.
Let me hear what you got. What you got first? We need the news. Give us that radical disclaimer. PS motherfucking A.
I don't want. I'm just kidding. Oh man. Who PSA, man. I'll say this all the time. I've said it more. Still it takes nothing to it costs nothing to be nice to people. Being nice is free. You don't have to come into someone's house and be rude. You don't want someone to come in and break your snatch your burger out your mouth. You don't want that. Somebody you order your food from McDonald's, someone snatch your burger out your mouth. You want that? No.
I mean,
that's rude as fuck.
I feel like I wouldn't be caught with a McDonald's burger in my mouth, but like also I could for the low price of sponsorship. McDonald's hit me up,
Yeah, go ahead and do
shoot, slide me that email.
Yeah, just go ahead. But it literally does not cost anything. Like, to be nice to people. Like, for what reason are you doing this? I mean, I guess that
what do you gain from it?
I guess it's kind of going back into that old age, like, the bully is the one being bullied at home. But now, as we're progressing,
okay.
So here's the thing. Now, as we're progressing into this year of 2022, maybe back in like the 90s and early 2000s, that was a thing, but not anymore.
Right.
Some people aren't being bullied at home. Some people do come from a good life of loving this and loving that, and they do, and they just decide to come and just be like, racist, sexist, mean. They come to tear down a community. Once you hurt someone so much, they put up their walls. And before you know it, maybe your favorite VTuber is just like, I can't take it anymore.
I can't.
And that has happened actually, where someone was like, I can't take this anymore. I'm stepping down. I'm taking a hiatus, and it hurt everyone. It's like the whole concept of, why did they put a rule here that says don't stick your finger in this outlet? That's obvious. Well, it's obvious to you not to do it, but they put the rule there because somebody did it. Somebody did these things. So someone's come in, someone's been rude, and it's hurt somebody's feelings. You don't have to come in and tell me I'm boring.
Right.
You don't have to come in and say, well, you're black and you're this word. You don't have to do that.
It costs you nothing to mind your business either.
You could, if you don't like what I'm doing, then leave. I'm not, literally, like I said, I'm not for everyone. I'm not. But I'm going to respect you as long as you respect me. If you don't respect me, I'm not giving you anything. And respect is something that you definitely got to earn. I'm going to respect you enough just as common decency.
Right. And like, even in like being respectful, what always comes to mind immediately, and I love the fact that it became a meme, but like also I hate that it became a meme because a lot of people took it and ran with it and missed the actual point of what she was saying. And I'll post a clip, I'll probably for the video watchers, but I'll recite it for those of you listening on podcast. Gabrielle Union was talking about her experience with actually being a mean girl and having to like she was really just out here spitting venom and had to get checked by, I think it was either her therapist or somebody came in her life and was like, okay, now how did your life change? Did you get the guy? Did you get the job? Did your house get any bigger? Did your money magically get put in your account? What happened from tearing another person down? Like, that's not cool. Like,
right. Like,
Did it?
What do you get from
And on top of that, did it make you actually feel better? And the answer is usually no.
Like, oh, okay, you come in and you call me this word. The only thing you're gonna get from that, you're gonna get banned. And now what? You're just gonna lay in your bed and think about how you got banned? Because I'm not gonna shed any tears. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep my stream going, regardless if you come in and you decide to be rude or not. But I mean, are you gonna wake up the next day and attempt to come back? What do you gain from this? It costs nothing to be nice to people.
And if you don't, it's not even that it costs nothing to be nice, because you don't have to be nice. But like, and I typically don't subscribe to this rule, but sometimes they do be hitting. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything. Just shut the fuck up.
Right. Like, even in this instance where this person mentioned how many viewers I had in my chat, that's not technically a mean thing, but that is something that I have in my rules in my chat I don't want to hear. That, to me, that's still something that can, depending on my mental state, it could bring me down. I mean,
no, I get it.
I don't care. Like I said, I don't really care about numbers, but what if I was still in that state and I'm just like, there's this many people here, and then like out of nowhere, all those people, a lot of them decide to leave, and I'm like,
or
they're
also,
gone now.
what if you thought you were doing better than what you like? What if 27? I think that was the number you said.
Yeah, I think it's 27. I'm 25 or 27.
Something like that. But like, say, what if that was a number, which ideally for like someone like me coming in, I'm like, wow, you got 27 people sitting here. What if for you, that's like a low day and you're like, oh, I thought I was doing better than that. Now you just shit on somebody unintentionally, but still, it's a matter of that cognizance and like, one, also paying attention to the space you're in, because if it's in the rules, actually, if you're not gonna respect the space, don't enter a space. Like,
right.
It's so simple. Like, you'll see a lot of stores tend to say no shoes, no shirt, no service, no pets, no anything. And to see Karen still walk in with their dog on a leash and be like, oh, don't worry, he doesn't bite or anything, or he doesn't. That was not the point. It's not about what your dog doesn't do. Your dog is an exception to the rule. If the establishment says no pets, the rule is no pets. Keep your pet outside, or perhaps maybe schedule this errand for another day. Or in the event that this is inconvenient, I'm sorry, but don't disturb this environment because you feel entitled to ignorance, or not just ignorance, just what's the word I'm looking for? Just like, well, I guess ignorance works, but like completely disregarding the rules. Oh, excuse me. Shut up. Put the blush away. Put the blush away.
Can it's my default face when I smile. You're so pretty.
I'm in danger. I'm in danger. Please send help. Blink twice if you're in danger. Am I doing it right?
If I blink 4 times, am I the danger?
Yes.
Hey.
With all of that being said, let's go ahead and get into some fucking questions.
Hey, let's go.
Okay, so first question. I feel like we already addressed this, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask it anyway. How would you
dress more than one mannequin?
How would you address your community? How would you describe it?
My community is open and welcoming and warm. It's like when you actually take a piece of toast out of a toaster. Hot and delicious.
I don't know. You gotta put like butter or like jelly on it.
I mean, it's still delicious. Even if listen.
You gotta do a little spreading.
Are you sure you want to spread only a little?
I mean,
because I like to spread a lot.
I tend to be very generous, but I like to also be accommodating for those of you who only got a little bit to give. That's okay too.
Oh, so you're flexible.
Very.
Good. We like flexibility. So anyway,
I will show you when this camera get off. Hold on. Hold that thought.
Oh, don't say it. Don't say it.
Nah, say it. Say it.
This camera won't be the only thing getting off. Anyway, so see, you told me to say it. You told me.
That shit was good. That shit was good. Yo, I'm not even mad at that one.
So, My community is welcoming. We are essentially of no judgment of any type. So you come in nice, respectful.
I don't know if I can stay there then. I'll be judging.
That's not the type of judging we talking about. I judge too, but not the. I'm talking about the action. What judge I'm talking about. Not like.
I don't know about his fit. I don't know about that fit today.
That's fine. That's they think they fit. Now, if you were like, I don't know about their entire lifestyle and their entire
his
fit
stance,
is
whack. His shoes, whack.
but you're tight as fuck.
Come find out.
I already know.
How you know?
I mean, you're a goddess.
You're not supposed to tell people that.
They didn't know, then they blind.
Damn, that's crazy. You loud.
Imagine being blind and not being able to see the god. Couldn't be me.
Excuse me, I'll have you know my name is a pimp named Slickback. Thank you.
It's a trouble call question. You gotta say the whole thing. That's a pimp.
No, nigga, I'm a pimp named Slickback.
Can't do shit. Anyway. But yeah, so for the most part, that's just kind of what we are. I always like to welcome in new people who are of the general like mind. I mean, I'm not gonna ostracize or turn anyone down who isn't. I mean, I want my space to always be a place where people can vibe and be themselves and be respectful of everyone else. Feel safe.
No facts. My space is a dead website. I'm kidding. It's now owned by Solange Knowles. All right, I'm done. No, but seriously, my space is not welcoming to most people who have bangs. Sparky is an exception. Cause like y'all have seen me struggle with this like bang right here. This entire episode has been over here, over there, over. It's just wow. It's a lot to deal with. Why would you want something obstructing your field of view in your face? It's just like maybe it frames your face, maybe it makes your face look really nice and like sexy, especially when you're blushing. But like,
I feel called out because like not even more because like I wear my bangs in my face like in real life.
But like, so you don't want to see.
I listen. I can see. I know how to style my hair to where I can see. Listen.
Okay, so bang wearers are a special type of people, is what you're saying. You either wear bangs or
you don't. Yeah, because I style my hair like.
It's me. I don't wear bangs. I'll admit that.
That's fine. I mean, I've always done bangs, kind of like my entire life, depending on the situation. Mm-hmm. I also have like the goth aesthetic, so. Yeah.
Goth mommy ubu.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't okay. I always forget who it is. If it's you, Mal, or B. Well, I know Mal hates it, but if it's you or B who hates the uwus.
I love uwus. I do uwus when I stream because I do like.
I love that uwu.
I pick uwus. I tend to try to like modify my voice when I do certain things when I stream. So.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to. Aren't you streaming today? I'm gonna have to hit that re button.
Re.
I can't do it, but that shit's hilarious.
Reggie. It's a roo.
Okay. So my community is essentially, I like to think of it like, I call it the Roze Garden. And in calling it the Roze Garden, I have a very thematic set of pages. You've got the gazebo, you've got the directory, you've got the back hedge for the adults. It's important that I list that it's for the adults because while no one has explicitly posted anything in there, in the event that someone does, I will not be blamed. Also, I am a rare figure. What I say is, my space is not necessarily 18 plus exclusive because realistically, I don't want to tell myself that lie because if I say it's 18 plus exclusive and a minor ends up in the space and it's all like, well, how did a minor end up in there? Minors may come into this space. What I say is I like to make sure that the space is conducive and open to all. I am not here to raise your children, so please keep that in mind. But I also believe in keeping kids informed because that's how I was raised. So if I have the means or whatever and a question gets asked in my presence, I do, again, apologize if you didn't want that question answered or if you wanted to perhaps have that conversation, but I will do my best to try and actively inform your child and um, not just your child, but also other people within the world. And I would hope that people do the same with me because, knowledge sharing is a beautiful thing. And more to that, um, I feel and maintain this rule because, like, as a queer person, and especially an AMAB queer person, as pretty as I am, that's an important part to actually center. You have a lot of visual depictions, you have a lot of jokes made about it and everything, and you even got, obviously, explicit adult media. But you don't have explanations for what's occurring, how to do it, the sanitary practices, because as much as it's 2022, it's not a common practice, nor is it actually a standard guide for explaining that when you're AMAB and existing in AMAB interactions, that entryway is typically an exit. It needs to be vacated before usage, or there will be impending consequences. And it's not exclusive to the AMAB dynamic, but that is the target audience, because that's typically the people that will be doing this. My community is also a space full of people who actively, like I said earlier, are not necessarily into grinding, but here to make things happen. And there's a difference between those two, because people who are grinding are just out here hustling, bustling, usually grinding comes with one idea in mind. Making things happen comes with a full vision. And I say that there obviously are exceptions to the rule, and it differs for some people. Some people who grind feel like they do have a vision and they just got to work towards it. And to those people, I say, get better language. No, I'm kidding.
Improve dictionary. Eat it.
Do better.
Eat the dictionary. Do better.
No, but to those people, I say we see eye to eye, and it's a matter of bridging that gap. And so that's why, again, I say there's always an exception to the rule there. But I like to cultivate a space where if I can make something happen for myself, I'm going to make it happen for myself first, because if I can't make it happen for myself first successfully, then I can't help anyone else make it happen. And if we're trying to make it happen side by side, I feel like as much as we can support each other and help each other out, we individually need to figure it out, so that once one of us figures it out and figures out the blueprint, we can advise and say, hey, while this may not be a perfect idea, this worked for me. I don't know if you want to get into this and do this way, but this is what worked for me. Good luck. I still support you either way. I'm in a community that's ever changing, because as I am this person now, I am not the person that I was yesterday. I may have the same ethics and ideals, but I'm not the same person that I am today that I was yesterday, and I won't be the same person tomorrow. And I pride myself on that, because change and evolution is imperative to the human condition.
Oh, I agree. You can't stay the same. Gotta constantly be changing. If you don't get used to change, then it could, I don't know. I understand some people can't accept change quickly, but you gotta improvise, adapt, overcome. You gotta go. I don't want things to stay the same. It gets really boring.
I'm also gonna say within my community, I'm 100% real. Case in point, I'm a hypocrite. I'm talking all of this about change, but realistically, I struggle with changes and adaptation all the time. Like the first time, because Sparky does this thing where Sparky's model changes and does a full glamour effect, like fucking The Craft, where it's all like whoosh, and like, how she changed with the platinum blonde hair. No, your hair switches to like, well, what I love, it's like this reddish ginger with like the blonde streak, and I love it so much. But like seeing that change out of nowhere, I'm sitting here looking like, I'm like, especially when I'm halfway tuned in, if I tap over to this stream and I see somebody with red hair, I'm like, did I miss a raid? Did something change? What's going on here? And not to say that I don't support people that raid off too, because I do sometimes. Just let the raid happen. Sometimes I'll tap in, figure out what's going on. But for the most part, I'm looking at this like, how did we get here? What's going on? I'm very confused. I don't do well with change, and that comes with like neurodivergence. I'm a hypocrite, but I'm all encompassing. I'm willing to be a hypocrite because I'm willing to call myself out for being that same hypocrite and holding myself again accountable for being a hypocrite, trying to work towards changing away from being a hypocrite, and allowing myself the range to be not only a hypocrite but someone who also has the credentials to call somebody out because I'll call myself out.
Mm-hmm. There's a difference, I think, between like accepting certain change and then like all change, because I feel like you have even yourself, you recognize your levels of change, like because something simple is like coming over. Well, to me, it's simple because I'm so used to my redeems where people want me to be this form that's red or this form that's small, this form that has ears. I implemented these so that I expected, or this form of me that's male because there's an OC I have of that I created. You'll see later.
How many points is that for scientific purposes?
I think like 8,000.
I'm almost there.
Because it's supposed to be for the whole stream. Other people will redeem it for you because they like my male OC.
You put on the male voice too?
I'm working on it. Yeah. So the goal is to work on it, just like when I put on my tiny.
You have been
voice.
forewarned. Sparky will give you by panic.
Take it with consent.
Yes, Daddy.
I like it.
Stop it. Were we gonna say anything else about our respective communities, or should I go to the next question?
I mean, my community's pretty much encompassing. I do also like that you have that, so like your place is safe to the point where it's like, hey, minors are welcome, but also, yeah, here's this. Mine's the same way. I actually have not safe for work sections in my Discord. I'm aware that I do have people who are minors in my Discord. Do I keep them away from this section? For the most part, yeah. I don't give them the role to access that. Now, if one of them like somehow slides into it, first of all, watch it is. I'm not your my thing. I'm not your mom. I'm a toaster. I'm not your mom. I'm not here to police you on the internet.
If your kid gets zapped by a toaster, is it the toaster's fault or your kid's fault?
Depends on how deep the water is. Anyway, so
did not see that coming. Did not see that coming.
Neither did the child. Anyway. Second one. It's a second joke. You're going. Second one.
You're not gonna get canceled. You're going to hell.
Oh, I was already going there. What do you mean? That wasn't the prerequisite. When I was born, I literally signed the document for that. There was an option for another place. That's some bullshit. The travel agent told me nothing about the other place. Anyway.
Father God, we come to you right now. Oh, asking for
humble. We speak French?
We being everyone. We're praying about you. You're the problem.
I am. Oh, but don't forget, problems need solutions.
I'm gonna throw holy water at you.
Oh, you're gonna make me wet? You keep walking into these. I'm literally just talking. Anyway, next topic.
Question number 2. Do you feel like... I don't like that question.
Oh, okay.
It's not a bad question. I don't like the question because it's gonna... Do you feel like your identity makes a difference within your community or within the spaces you exist in?
Are you referring to like who I identify as a person?
I feel like we touched on it earlier, but like also I feel like they're asking like I feel like this is essentially the way I took it is this the what if I was white question?
I feel
that's the simplest way to describe it, at least for me.
I feel like because like there's already like the running joke when we play Mario Kart and going to the Paris map is like who was in Paris, and I mean
Emily.
Emily, she a nigga. Anyway, so
I feel like by default that has to be one of your songs later.
It is now. Anyway, we're modifying the whole song list. So I started the joke because it's like, yo, who was in Paris? And nobody was saying anything. Who was in Paris? You know, as a joke.
Well,
but you know,
who you typically have up, I think Panda and Jazzy are the only ones that can actually say it.
Well, no, actually, you'd be surprised. Like the majority of a lot of people that hang around are of Black community. They will say it. I mean, depending on when the joke comes.
Maybe I've only
And
been in during select times. These are also PNG tubers, so I'm being problematic and having to naturally assume people's races.
that's fun.
I know
It's
it's very fun. It's all like, do you sound Black? I don't know what that means, but I need to decipher that right now because I need to know what danger I'm in, what kind of space I'm. Because sometimes you need to use that like Black vision, and I'm gonna say this and call myself out. And I will happily take a tongue lashing, a canceling, and drag me on Twitter. I'm equipped for this. Not to say that there is a proper way to sound Black, because even still, I got hit with it the other day. Apparently, I don't sound Black.
That's fine. I sound like a man, so it's okay. People have told me this. Don't look at me like that. People are like, oh, you sound like a guy. You're not a guy. I mean, because it is like you can find like male VTubers who use female model.
Let me.
Oh, you got to see they bullshit. Oh no, you got to clean your eyes from bullshit. Okay.
No, I gotta clean the glasses too. But you know, I need to make sure all the surfaces are clean because I'm confused. Let me just. What the fuck?
You're dumb. But like who I am and what I do, like you said, we did touch on it. Who I am, that kind of is gonna shape who wants to see me. Maybe people don't want to see a Black VTuber, and they'll go find someone of their race. I mean, there's VTubers for every race, every shape, every size.
Shorty, you looking like a golden brown buttery piece of toast. I'm trying to take a bite every time. Every time.
That's fine. I'm trying to take a bath with you.
That'll be the last one, and I'm okay with that.
I mean, that's my slogan, so it doesn't matter. How you doing?
I'm very confused. I'm trying to figure out. I feel like realistically, like at face value, yes, it would be incredibly different if I was white, because if someone white was calling themselves Roza Negra, it feels like a lot of trolls would come in. If you have someone like me, what do you mean by that? What do you mean?
If I knew of someone that was like, yo, my name is Roza Negra, I'd be like, you can't know.
You can't say that. Yeah, why are you a Black Rose? Make it make sense.
Yeah, that kind of gets into the thing. But for me, I don't really have that set for my name. Like I am Sparky. I am a toaster. The reason why I named myself Sparky is because I like dogs, and the common name for a dog is Sparky. But I was Sparky outside of online before I was Sparky as a VTuber and a streamer. I've always been Sparky. I've had employers call me Sparky. So for me, it's just more of like my sense of humor and my jokes. They get into if I was of a different race, they would not really be acceptable. At being light skinned, people can think that I'm not Black or I'm not African American. They can think that. I mean, they can believe what they want. But when you get into the accent thing, you're like, hey, do you sound like you are?
You definitely sound Blacker than me, apparently. That shit still disturbs my soul to this day. So that's also why I was saying, like, I'll take the dragging for it, because, like, I do, like, I feel like I do it for different reasons. I'm not trying to ostracize anyone or rob anyone of their Blackness. I'm trying to make sure that I'm in a safe space, because, like, for example, if I hear us liberally, like you said, the joke is about who's in Paris.
Who's in Paris?
If I'm hearing everybody saying nigga, and especially with them being PNG tubers, I'm trying to, okay, so is everyone here that's saying nigga actually nigga?
Yeah. Because like one of my friends, their PNG is a monkey. You don't know.
Oh, the Obama monkey one, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
The Yao Ming. No, the Yao. He's a Yao Ming monkey.
That's Yao Ming. Oh.
Yeah, this Yao Ming. It's a meme of Yao Ming. He made it to the monkey face. It's really funny.
I've always thought that was Obama.
No, that's Yao Ming. It's really funny. I
am terrible at the internet.
It's okay. It's fine. But you don't know what race he is. I mean, we talk about it on stream, so the more you hang around, the more you'll find out. Right. But you don't know based off of a PNG. For the most part, though, a lot of the people in my community, if you see them on my stream, they are, of course, representing the race that they are. People who don't, they understand that even though we make these jokes about who's in Paris, they understand that I am zero tolerance for things like actual racism.
Stay in your place.
Any harassment, anything like that. These people understand that I have zero tolerance for this. So people who present themselves as they are Black, For the most part, they are. I have not really encountered anybody who has like had like an avatar of something in my community, just in mine, that is shown to be presented as African American who's pretending. No one so far is like, oh man, I'm black, come here, hey, niggas, like, oh, you not that, but you finna get told by a few,
Right.
So, I mean, like I said, there's zero tolerance for things like that. So, but for the most part, I think, like I said, I present myself this way, and if I was a different way, I believe my sense of humor would be really different because
I feel
you
like
can't
the
make
humor
jokes
would be
with me.
appropriate if you weren't black. And like, shut up, shut up, shut up. Don't you fucking say anything. Shut up. Just stand there and look pretty, like the woman you are. Go make me a sandwich.
Oh, you want me to make you into a sandwich? I'll stuff you with all my meat.
So I can't say with full, aside from the name thing, because like I said, that's at surface level face value. I can't say definitively that life or anything would be different if I were white, but I know systemically. But we're not gonna get into the matter of like society and all that bullshit right now, because like that's never fun to think about as a person of color. But I don't know ideally with all the different things and what and specifically the trajectory and actually with everything I have in mind, actually the way I navigate the spaces and how I try and uplift these communities, I would end up being a white savior. So this wouldn't work out if I were white, because ideally the world would eat me up and I would do great in the face of everything, but in actual execution and for what I'm trying to do, no, it wouldn't be a good look. It wouldn't be a good brand. This would be toxic if I was anything other than black, because of the way I try and uplift black and brown voices and the way I try and actively give all of us spaces in so many different spaces. Like, for example, I'm with a black VTuber right now, a black femme VTuber at that, within the gaming sphere. This is the kind of stuff I'm trying to do with my community and platform and voice, and this wouldn't work if I were white. Maybe if I were non-black POC, but definitely not if I was white.
If you do, it just gives that, if you were still, like, if that white person that was still trying to kind of uplift the black community.
It's very, like, I don't know how to explain it. It makes me feel unsafe.
It gives that, the Harambe from Haram. Yeah, it's giving that from Boondocks. You're making that fake, but you know it's true. Isn't it?
That's not the problem. Have you seen Chewing Gum?
No.
Okay, they took it off of Netflix. I don't know that you'll be able to watch it unless you...
I'm not a fan of Netflix.
Okay. It's less about Netflix, but it's a really, really good series. It's a series about black people. Specifically, black UK people. And it's Michaela Cole playing this sort of naive older sister character. Fast forward a bit. She gets into this relationship with this white guy who seemingly loves black girls and etc. But you find out he's a deep fetishist and has her dress up in this, like, traditional African garb and wants her to do a dance while he's beating it. Yes. You heard me right. Yes. That's sort of the entire vision I get, like, on, like, gender irrelevant. That's the whole vision I get anytime I see, like, white people going a little too hard for black people. Not to say that you can't, like you can embrace the culture, but I feel like there's a tightrope that white people have to walk when it comes to that whole thing of, like, a cultural appreciation, because there's cultural appropriation and cultural assimilation, and we don't need white people assimilating into our culture, because when you assimilate into our culture, you're taking up a space of something that's already being co-opted and commodified consistently. But if you appropriate it, you're just robbing it and doing that in a different way, and it's you're doing it the same way on either side, but it just reads differently. I'm one of y'all. I got the same struggle. No, you don't. I'm not one of you, but I think streetwear is really, really great, and I have this, like, silk head wrap. No, it's called a do-rag. You see how that's the same conversation on two different sides of the thing? That's what I, like, not to say that, again, white people can't do this. It's just, it's an incredibly different space entirely. That's all I'll say.
It's like the concept of the one person that's like, hey, black people, is it okay if I wear a do-rag for this? No. Like, can I use it for this? But the way he asked it was in, like, a respectful manner for using it, not like for, like, hey, educate me and let me know if it's offensive.
He's like, hey, yo, am I out of pocket?
Yeah, and black people are like, nah, we want you to do this.
Nah, I appreciate that. Like, I definitely appreciate people. Like, for example, there are curly haired non-black and white women, because curly hair isn't exclusive to blackness. It's just most commonly found within blackness.
Curse my curly hair. Natural curls. Ugh.
There's this curly haired. I think she was actually Jewish, and she was asking if she could wear a bonnet. Yes, wear a bonnet. It protects your curls. It retains moisture. Baby girl, protect the health of your hair.
Yep.
But like, don't go out here wearing a bonnet with like long nails and hot Cheeto fingers and. We don't need you perpetuating the Shaniqua vibe or image. But like, absolutely protect your hair. Do it like. If this is ideal for your hair type, do this. But like, also, like, even with like white women with like curly hair wearing braids, to an extent, don't be out here trying to wear like full straight back cornrows. Like, like you can. It's the difference between Kim K and Ronda Rousey. She's doing it for like practical purposes. She's got cornrows in her hair so that her shit doesn't stay in her face. I'm not gonna say I condone it or like anything, because I am not the voice of the black community. But like, personally, for me, I'm like, whatever. She's not out here trying to pretend to be black. She's got cornrows in because she's a boxer. It keeps the hair out of her face, and like, it keeps it from being grabbed on or anything if she's fighting, when she's knocking the shit out of somebody.
Right.
Whereas Kim K's like, I got boxer braids. I got the Bo Derek braids.
Next.
You got the what, bitch?
Uninstall.
Not even uninstall. I promise you, when people say stupid stuff, and this is why I tend not to process and hang around people who say stupid things, and I know that's a very, like, how do you do that? You don't. But I try my best. I quite actually freeze up like a computer, and I just sit there and I'm just like, I can't even replicate the face entirely, but something's that I'll just look at you, and like my whole body will lock up, tense up. I can't hear. It's like a flashbang went off in like a shooter. All you hear is ping. That's what's going on in the moment. The minute you said something stupid, and it's just rattling across my head, and I'm like, the fuck did you just say to me?
I'm dead.
I'll say this is the last question, because I don't want to hold you forever. Well, I do, but not hold you here. Anyways, let's see.
That's it.
3. Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, so let me make sure I read it right before I say it out loud, because it does have typos.
Oh, that's fine. It'd be like that.
3 wishes in hand. What would you do to your community right now to put it where you want it? That's actually a really good question, I think. I don't know. You got to answer, because I got to think about it for a little bit. Let me put the Jeopardy clock on.
Go ahead.
Oh, let me stop playing. No, but seriously, I think the first thing I would do is like, okay, so I gotta ask the serious question in response though. Are we assuming these are like fairy godmother wishes, or are these like genie wishes? Because like genie wishes always turn around and bite you in the ass.
Yeah, consequences of repercussion. That joke will go so many heads.
Terrible joke made. If I say I wanted to make sure that this is a black space and I magically get transferred into a prison, well,
I want a black space, black hole. I mean,
a black volcano, because it do turn black, a tar pit.
I want to be transformed into a black space, and before you know it, you've literally yourself have been not even teleported. You've been turned into like something randomly. Maybe put a caveat to say that these are maybe non-consequential.
We'll say, so we'll do the fairy godmother wishes.
Yeah, we'll do that, because they got to think of consequences, we're gonna monkey paw the whole thing, and it's gonna be really hardcore.
Right. I may come back and I'll pose that question on Twitter or whatever, but matter of fact, yeah, for the Twitter listeners and viewers, tell me, if you had to actually think about this like it was a genie, 3 wishes, what would you do to change your community right now? That means you have to consider the consequences of what's going on, but what would you do to change your community? First and foremost, I'm banning white people saying nigga. Like I feel like that goes without saying. Like, oh no, I won't just say that. I'll ban all macro and microaggressions. I think that's a better wish. Because I don't want to solve all. I don't like. There's no way to get world peace because peace is a different vision to everyone, and I don't want to impose my will on people. But I will say I will impose. You will not be macro and microaggressing in my space. Not around me. You won't. You will not. No, you can't touch my hair. You matter of fact, in my space, the wish is gonna be so powerful you won't even get the urge to put your fingers curl up, shrivel up like fucking SpongeBob every time you lift your fucking hand near my hair. Is that too much?
No.
Okay.
It's your what do you mean it's your wish?
I mean, nah, but you got to keep me real, not realistic, but like you got to keep me like off the deep end because I will go there.
No. I mean, if you
know, like the Monoleo clip.
I can't date no white man because I'ma kill him if he say nigga and I'm not playing at all. Too much? Okay, my bad.
If that's what you know, no. Everybody got a different cup of tea. Your cup of tea just so happen to be you don't want nobody to be have that stupid shit. I'm just saying.
And I feel it's annoying that I have to say this as a black person, but I always do because if I don't, the reverse racism brigade is gonna show up. I in no way, shape, or form hate or dislike black people. Oh, white people. Wow.
That Freudian slip was real. Oh. Well,
that's been my time. Thank you for coming out to the
Goodbye.
I in no way, shape, or form dislike or hate or have any contempt for white people. Is it a lie? Partially, but let me explain. Not in the way that you think. I don't hate you because you're white. I fear what you will do in your whiteness. And that is what I'm actively trying to circumvent with addressing the macro and microaggressions. And so when I bring up your whiteness exists to spite my existence, and so it poses a consistent and ever-present threat. Do we see each other? It's not really an argument. I'm not actively gonna have this discussion because I feel like it's pretty. There's too many different people who've done the work. Go and find them. Bell Hooks, Alice Walker, just to name a couple authors. And those are both black and femme writers who address both being black and femme. So, like I said, go do the work. If you want to find it, you can find it. But start there. Do you got a wish? Because I still got to think about my other two. This shit is hard as hell. And then we still got to make a list after this. Who? You know what? In hindsight, maybe I was a dumb. You're a dummy, bitch. Don't nobody want
You're not
you.
dumb. Stop.
Don't nobody need you. I should have.
Stop it. You're being silly.
I should stop quoting Precious. I feel like that's problematic. It's very anti-black.
That Freudian slip told me a
Shut
lot. Anyway.
Ow.
I would essentially, dang. What's the question?
3 wishes. How would you change your community?
How would I? What's the question? I'm stalling.
I know. I'm staring.
I
Can you do jumping jacks? I'm playing. No. Okay. We'll start with one wish. If you had one wish.
So, I would actually, when it comes to changing my community, I would make it so that it was a little bit more giving without issue.
What do you mean by that?
I want to be able to kind of be one of those people at some point in time to be like, oh, here's giveaway, guys, or like the support is a little bit more solid, because a lot of people are kind of going through things, and sometimes a little support can go a long way. So I kind of wish that we had a solid ground to be able to do that more. Now, that's not something, of course, going into a perfect world, everybody's financially stable, people were able to get good jobs. So that's something I kind of wish that we could do. Does this hinder my community? No. I mean, they're still going to continue to be amazing people. We give support the way we know how.
Right. And as best we can.
Yeah. So I kind of wish that we could. I mean, I'm the type of person that I like to give. We were having a conversation the other day on stream about like winning the imaginary lottery. And I'm just like, I would start by giving money to my friends first that like have supported me and have helped me throughout my life.
I feel like I'm gonna have you back for the future episode now as well, because we've done so much talking about paving and creating community, but the future episode and the other one is about more so, what is it? Utilizing communities and resources, and like, you've propositioned and like brought up a lot of points that I wanted to address in that episode. So either I'm gonna have to scrap it, which I don't want to, because I feel like the person I had intended for that also can provide a lot of different range and pizzazz and spice to that conversation as well. But like, como se dice, I'm stalling. I feel like you can't have one conversation without the other, essentially.
That makes sense. I don't mind. You know, I'm always here to help you.
Always.
I mean, there's a reason why they worship goddesses.
Meet me later.
What?
Meet me after this. Anywho, so you got another wish, or do I gotta go now?
You're still thinking, aren't you? Honestly,
I'm thinking of a better wish, because the wish I have, I don't think is like, I'm invalidating my wish personally.
It's really, the question is really hard because
it's too open ended.
It's not even that it's open ended for me. It's just that I don't want to be like, hey, I wish for like all my community to just be peaceful. Like you said, there's a different piece. I wish for people to not be hateful. There's a different, you know, if I say like, hey, I wish I wish that no one in my community was hateful. But if I come in and I post this character about this anime character that I hate, I want to rant. I want people to tell me that, you know, they like this character.
Now I want to talk my shit. Like this. Yeah, I don't care how much of a recovery and redemption arc he's had. It's still fucking Dever around here.
Like, is my community perfect? No. Do I want it to be perfect? Hell no.
Shit,
Fuck
I hate that too.
I'm not going to talk about it because there's spoilers, but I've been reading the manga.
I hate Bakugo. Ain't nothing gonna change that.
Oh no, trust me. If we don't change it, just makes it worse. Anyway. No spoilers.
So I'm valid. Got it. Anyways.
Yeah, you good. You straight. I don't like My Hero. I'm only reading it because I'm at the end.
I got you.
So I'm like, fuck it, might as well just finish it. But I don't want to just kind of be like, oh, my community is perfect, it doesn't need wishes. That's not true, but
it's imperfect, but imposing them changes makes it not the community anymore.
Yeah, like if I wish for something for my community, if I wish for everybody to be a VTuber, that's not what. What if
we refine the question a little bit, especially if we pay attention to what, like, not say we weren't paying attention, but like if we hone in on what today's topic is, paving our own communities. Why don't we think more personal? So like, for specifically with Toasters Anonymous or like the Roze Garden or whatnot.
If that's the case, if we kind of do that, then I wish that my community was organized more to what people would like. I wish people would be open to what they want to express. Though there are a lot of people you know, everyone starts off really shy. I want people to know that this is a home for them. They are welcomed here, but to still kind of, you know, have that.
You gotta pay rent.
Yeah, you gotta pay rent. You know, I want it to always be organized. That's what I want. I want organized.
You want organization? Okay.
Yeah, I want organization, but I don't want.
So you're trying to make Toasters Anonymous the mafia now.
You know too much. Goddesses can be sacrificed too. To other goddesses.
What you mean by that?
Anyway. We'll find out.
Hey yo, look here. If this episode airs and you see it and not me, just know.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just a toaster. Your turn. I gotta think of my third wish.
With refining the question, I still maintain my first wish, but like I think I would want to, like, I will impose a little bit on my community. I think I would like a level of healthy codependence. I want not like I want all of us within my community to be able to actually depend on one another, but also feel comfortable depending on one another. Because I don't think it's possible, and more to that point, I don't think it's logical to expect all of us to be able to do everything. And the fact that we're trying to makes life so much harder for all of us. So why don't we make it a little bit easier on everybody? I know I have some talents maybe that other people could use. I know some talents like I'm hesitant to say commune because communes tend to turn into cults nowadays, but like ideally I would like to, in a perfect world, I'd like to form a communist commune. CIA, don't shoot me. Hold on. Let me. I pledge allegiance to the
girl. They definitely taking you out now. You letting them know where you at?
Damn.
You literally snitching on you.
You think they don't know?
So
wish number 3.
Yeah.
Wait, was that wish number 3 or wish number 2 for you?
I did one. I still stand by what I said for 1, and that second one I did my second one. I want. I honestly just this generic as fuck, but I just want what's best. So I would wish for the best for my community when it comes to what people want, because I'm building this from the ground up with help. I would never say I did anything by myself. I am not that person.
I never. I was in these trenches. I'm self-made. Yeah, I meant that shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's all you can. Yeah, go ahead. Clear your throat. Can't keep a straight face, head ass. Anyway.
I don't even got parents. I conceived myself. I'm self-made. Yeah. Get like me. So for my third wish.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to end world hunger. I'm kidding. No.
Fuck it.
No, because I feel like that's not a realistic wish. You end world hunger and then another crisis actually builds.
That sounds like the world's problem at that point. You did one thing. You did the best you could.
No.
Good luck, mother.
But also, like, call me a bad person. I don't want to save the world. I want to...
Okay.
Like, I'm selfish that way. I don't want to save the world, both because I don't feel like I actively have the means to save and do what's best for the entirety of the world, but also, I'm not so arrogant as to think the world needs me to save it.
True.
I'm not Superman, and even Superman shouldn't have been trying to be everybody's hero, because for every heroic deed you do, you still are a villain to somebody. Like, you decided to throw a car into a monster that was attacking the city. You still just totaled somebody's car.
My car. I just finished paying that off.
Worse, I just got this car financed with like my first paycheck on a new job that I don't have reliable transportation to now. I'm gonna get fired and got loans, and they can't repossess my shit. So what am I supposed to do?
Cause Superman.
That would be somebody's villain origin story.
It's mine.
Fuck Superman. All my homies hate Superman.
I agree.
No, my third wish. My third wish is gonna be, within my community, I hope they feel as loved as they make me feel. There we go. Because like when I tell you, I have been in a unique space where I feel so fulfilled by my community. I genuinely appreciate each and every one of you. I'm taking this moment to be a little sappy. Ask me about it and I will deny it. I don't care if this is recorded. But all of you actively have poured into me and continue to support me and still continue to support me so much, and I am ever so grateful for it. I can not repay you monetarily or anything, so I do my best to repay you with what you tend to support. I'm assuming y'all fuck with me, and that's why you support me, so I try my best to give you my 100% authentic, true self, and my 100 one day may not be my 100 every day, because I'm not a machine. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I am. What was that? Sorry. Anyway. No, but I'm not a machine, but you know, I do what I can, and I always do what I can for my people. I ain't gonna say that because that's too much. That's gross. But
you do enough.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I fuck with y'all. I ain't gonna say that.
Oh wow, try to reclaim some of that. Try to not be sappy. Want to be hood at the end? Is that what happened?
I'm a thug. Mind your business.
Uh, mm-hmm. You a thug?
Who you
Sappy
think?
ass. Anyway,
Who you think was drawing them S's in the classroom? I'm a
me,
thug.
bitch. My name is literally Sparky. What do you mean? My name starts with this.
I raised you, youngster. Stay in your place.
I'm older than you.
Shut up. Mind your business. I defy the laws of time.
I'm literally a toaster.
I defy the laws of time.
I'm also something else, and I defy the laws of this earth and of time. But that's the lore people don't even know about yet.
What is your third wish?
I said my third wish.
Did you? You did.
Mm-hmm. I got a fourth one.
No. I feel like I know where that's going. No. Put the blush away. Anyways, so
Aww.
now we get to do the music.
We want to be friendly, that's all.
I lied to you. This is my shit. Anyways,
Wow.
next segment.
Fuck yourself. I'm leaving. Fuck this. How dare I get treated? This is my bathroom. It's some bullshit. I'm fucking leaving again.
We're in your bathroom? Are we alone?
Listen, that would have been a great time for someone to randomly pop in here. Are we alone? Doo-doo. Like,
just you hear a knock at the door.
occupied.
But for those of you not familiar, we're gonna get into what is called plug in your roots. We're gonna choose each of us 5 songs to help curate a collective playlist. Realize that this playlist is community wide, so feel free to add songs that you feel fit along with community building theme, or songs that you just feel like fit with the vibe of the conversation that Sparky and I have been having this whole time, because it's a little all over the place, but I feel like that's what a community is. It's a little bit of everything all of the time.
Oh yeah.
Which is going to be my first song by Bo Burnham. I don't know the actual name of it, but it's a little bit of everything all of the time.
Oh, I know that song.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's the thing with Bo Burnham. A lot of people know Bo Burnham by his actual work, not by name. Because like Bo Burnham is like funny within the Bo Burnham pocket. But like outside of that, it's just like
I agree. I agree.
Like, for example, #deep is funny when you're listening to it, and like so is Kill Yourself, but outside of it you can definitely make commentary about it, and it's supposed to be satirical, but I don't also trust white satire.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see why.
At any rate, what's gonna be your first selection? Do you have one? Do you want me to keep going? You want me to rapid fire my 5 songs?
You can if you want to.
Nah, shorty, I asked you what you want. You the guest. You the star.
All right. I'm a toaster. Speaking of, actually,
toasters can be star shaped.
It can also be heart shaped too.
They can be mushroom shaped, eggplant shaped, carrot shaped,
peach shaped. Anyway, so
I hate us. I hate us so much for that whole
do
bit.
you really?
No, not at all. I love it. I love it.
Hey. So my first song is like a little kid's song, but the theme is the song I actually used a lot for my debut.
Hold on.
And
Let me just go on.
You ready? And the song is just like toaster, toaster, pop, 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 bread and butter, hit the spot, plug me in and push you down.
Is this a song that I'm going to be able to find on Spotify? Because that's where I predominantly make these.
Not normally, but it's okay if you can find it. I think
it's okay. I make a YouTube version of it as well, so
the songs are literally on YouTube.
But I just
toaster, toaster, pop, 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 bread and butter, hit the spot.
I'm very mad that you're digital because I want to throw something at you. I really do.
You know what? People did it to me anyway.
It's not the same. It's not the same as during stream. I'm trying to physically assault you. I want you to feel pain.
Why
I oughta? Cry about it, bitch.
Whoa. Yeah, it's a really just cute song. And the reason why I'm picking the song, because I am claiming my title. I am the #1 female toaster VTuber.
The sexiest woman with the most kissable lips.
Mwah. No one shall take my title from me. The number one female toaster VTuber. If anyone says they were number one, they lie to you. I started first. Well, for females.
It was me.
I'm working. But yeah, that's my first song.
I mean, I've not heard about the VTubers until literally the end of last year, but you know.
And then you get Full Chaos meeting me and Punda, which is great.
And then I went back in time and I said, I invented this shit. You don't, I defy the laws of time.
Oh, you invented it? Who's the first VTuber?
Me, bitch. I'm a
Prove
god.
it.
Anyways, my second song is gonna be Black Folk by Tank and the Bangas because it goes through a range of different experiences within the Black experience, and I want to explain that this is a Black space. I feel like that should be apparent, but if not apparent, I also want to make sure that you read the sign on the door. This is a Black space, not a Black exclusionary space, because like other people are welcome from different cultures, etc., etc. I fuck with Indian food. I fuck with Middle Eastern foods. I fuck with Mediterranean foods.
Hell yeah.
I love me a good shawarma. I do.
Ooh.
Stir fry is always gonna hit. I promise you. I was the reason why my mama bought a wok.
Yes.
Ramen. I don't even like soup, but ramen do go. Ramen and pho.
Yes.
But this is a Black space. Within this Black space, I don't ask much. I just ask that you be cognizant of the fact that this is a Black space and like vibe, have a good time, and much like an actual cookout, because I get tired of people consistently getting invited to the cookout for being able to dance and do a two-step, because then they say something fucked up and they're just like,
it's like the prerogative thing with Bobby Brown.
shut up. Prerogative is a
Please
word. Prerogative
no,
is a
it's
word.
Not. No, it's not.
Prerogative is a word. Bobby Brown just can't spell.
You mean prerogative?
Prerogative's a word.
Okay.
It's his prerogative.
Mm-hmm. Because he can dance.
I mean,
he came to the cookout.
I mean, technically Britney Spears can dance too, apparently. That's why she made a version of it.
She can get canceled too. I'm just kidding. She's been through too much.
Leave Britney alone!
Yeah, actually leave her. Where is he when we need him?
Oh. They exist now. I think they're a adult content creator amongst many other titles, as well as a regular content creator too. I respect him.
Mm-hmm. I do too, actually.
Don't get me wrong. I absolutely fuck with sex workers.
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
I'll fuck with them. I'll fuck with them. I'm trying to be your friend and more. I would like to. I have no problem supporting your content. I have no problem attending your content.
You don't have any problem being the content.
Settle down. But yeah, that's my song number 2. What you got for me, Sparks?
It's going to be Wolf in Sheep's Clothing by Set It Off. Whole concept of the song is essentially
I'm thinking like wolf, and I'm hungry like the wolf.
No, not that song. Essentially, it's just like kind of like what the concept of the song is. I'm thinking I was hungry like a wolf, and it threw me off so bad.
My bad. I was trying to think like, do I know this song? The answer is no. The answer is no.
Do I know the song? And I'm hungry, like not even the closest, because the whole I can't hate it here. You hear the word wolf, you associate with a song?
Yes.
Is that what happened with the Freudian slip earlier? I'm gonna keep calling you on it because it was funny.
And you wonder why I want to cause her pain.
I like pain.
Song number 2. About this wolf.
But so Wolf in Sheep Clothing essentially is like how it's literally like kind of the lyrics are. You have this person that's pretending to be really nice, but they're actually like a deadly wolf. For the people who come into the community that try to pretend to be really nice, and then they show up and they're not those people. One of the lyrics in the song is like, if I could kill you, I would, but it's frowned upon in all 50 states. But having said that, burn in hell. I will indeed be that person that tells you to do that. On the opposite end of the person who's two-faced.
I really fuck with that.
On the opposite end of that spectrum, or the person who comes in who is negative with wolf in sheep's clothing, I will say that I'm also a wolf in sheep's clothing because people see me and they know that I'm really nice. But if you fuck with my people, I will rip you apart. Don't fuck with my people ever. So you have the people, like I said, that come in. You're a two-faced wolf, you know. For me, nah, I don't gotta be two-faced with you. I'm always gonna be nice, and it's not me pretending. I'm gonna be nice because genuinely, I'm not gonna say I'm genuinely a nice person. To me, I want to say that I try to be a nice person. It is not me who can dictate whether I am nice. It's other people. I could say I'm nice all day, but if someone else is like, well, oh, you bitched out a waitress or waiter, then I'm not a nice person. You know? So I'm gonna say to me, I try my hardest to be nice and courteous of people.
She has
But
been
once again,
terrorizing me this entire episode. She is a terrible human being. Do not believe the words coming from her mouth right now. I am in
so you already lied. I'm not even human. I'm a toaster. See, look at this audacity, this slander. Anyway,
So now you're calling me a liar on my own shit?
not...
Go home, Roger.
You know what? I'm fucking leaving. Goodbye. This house. Anyway, but
Ain't
yeah,
that your house? So you just be out here humping the walls?
I mean, if it's my house, I'll hump the walls, hump next to the walls.
Song
Take the
number
walls down
3!
Bust down the walls.
Oh my god. Well,
You do this.
I did nothing.
What do you mean? You're beautiful all the time.
I can't throw my glasses. I need them. Damn it, I forgot what my second song was now. Oh, no. Tag me in, coach. I know what it is. It was
a third song?
Yes. Mind your business. I can't count.
Oh, okay.
I'm this many.
I believe you.
My
That's the case. I am no longer making any more jokes.
My third song is System by Taylor Parks. Both because I tweeted it from my personal account yesterday, but like the switch up at like 1:39 in, where like the whole song changes, is like, it's just therapy. It's just good to the soul. It's catharsis. But like also the theme of the song. I need you to understand, I will do whatever it takes to if you have put yourself in a position where I no longer fuck with you, I no longer fuck with you to the extent of you never coming back. Once you've been yeeted, you've been deleted, you will be deleted. And I don't care if it broke me to my core. I will find a way to, per the quote of that song, I'm gonna party till I get you out my system. Bitch.
Oh.
So don't set yourself up or give me a reason to have to cut you off. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a forgiving person, but I'm a traditionally pretty understanding person. Like, you've got to do a lot of shit for me to go, alright, you know what, we're gonna dead that.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, once we get there, there's no turning back. There's no reconciliation. There's no hope for you.
Yeah, I can see that.
Song number 4. I'll go, because you're still thinking.
I mean,
no.
I know. I was like kind of wondering. I was just thinking about what you were saying because I'm like the whole concept of kind of like, yeah, like I 100% agree. Like once you kind of cross me too many times, I'm fucking done. I've had to recently do that with someone, and bro, I've cut off family members. Y'all think I won't cut off people that I don't even really fucking know?
I cut off my father.
What's that? Exactly. All right, cool.
I feel like that's kind of anti-black though, because so many black people don't have fathers, and I'm just out here ditching mine.
No, that's not anti-black. That is you protecting your safe space by kicking out. Wait. Damn.
See, women talk so much. Oh my god.
See, this is why you got daddy. Fuck you. Can't keep shit. Black people can't keep shit. We give you daddy, you still can't keep. Damn. This is let me tell my fucking joke.
Okay.
Oh, going to my song. The world is meant for me. Hatsune Miku song. Essentially encompasses like the world that you build is, gonna be the world for you. You build your community, you build your space. It can be fucked up, it can be chaotic, but it's still yours. So lay claim to what is yours. Don't let anyone run you out of your home. That's your house. My Discord is mine. My community is mine. No one's going to run me out of my community. And if someone tries to
kick you out your house,
this is my bath. You can kick me out of a bathroom, not the house. What the fuck?
Your bathroom in your house. I got powers here.
Listen,
I'm magical.
I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't know about you, but I'm not the type of person that's gonna stay in the bathroom while you got to take a piss. You know who does that?
I'm not gonna rip ass just to make sure you leave the bathroom. I promise.
You ain't gotta do that. You can literally just listen. For a lot of reasons, I will stay in a room for you, with you, while you undressing. But in the bathroom, you need your space. I'm leaving.
Wow, you would just leave me alone in the bathroom?
If you don't shut up and get your ass clipped, make sure you use a washcloth.
You wouldn't use the bathroom with me? We go tinkle together.
This time. I'm sick of your shit today. You acted up. Shut up.
Do I see hip dips? Do I see hip dips? Shawty.
Hello. Wait, let me show you. Hi.
I got this professional bun in, but I would definitely be doing the Radio Rebel ear tuck right now if I had anything more than this stupid bang. I don't know why I thought this, I don't hate the bang, but especially with everything going on in the background here, this bang just kind of looks aimless. It's just a red twist in the front of my face.
No, it's fine. I think it's okay.
My hair is red.
It looks nice on you.
Don't be gay. I'll blush.
I'll be straight. What do you mean?
Ew.
Damn, bitch.
Damn,
bitch. That shit. What do they say? That shit look good. Wait.
What do the straights be saying?
Damn, girl, that made me moist. It might. Vagina. I did it. I am straight now.
That'll make your pussy throb.
Throbbing. I should probably see a doctor about that. Throbbing.
We're on song 4, right?
Yeah.
Did I give a song 4? I have no sense of time anymore.
You on song 4. I am not. I was on song 3.
Wait, so then we're both on song 4.
Well, my next one's gonna be 4, so yours is 4 now. You said 4 before when I was on 3.
Yes. This is chaotic.
When is it not?
Song 4, again, talking about what my space is. We're gonna go just because I love the song as well. This one's gonna be a twofer, so technically you get 6 songs from me this week, bitch. You're welcome. Carrie Ann by LaKaylee47, cause I'm sure you already know what I'm about to say. Say it with me if you must. This my pussy, I can do what I want. Why? Cause I'm a big girl now. And alternately, the other song is gonna be the timeless classic, Not Tonight, the Ladies' Night remix with Lil' Kim, Da Brat, Left Eye, Missy Elliott, all of the queens on the track, Angie Martinez, and then there's so many different women that got cameos in the music video as well. I love that. I love that shit so much. But yeah, this is a femme-centric space. This is for the girls and the girls.
Goyles? With the Goyles?
No.
All the Goyles.
No.
No Goyles?
No.
Oh.
No
Goyles. Dial them back? Goyles, go back.
We do not allow the Goyles.
Are they not allowed?
No, not the Goyles, just the girls.
Who's allowed?
The girls and the girls.
What about the Goyles?
I feel like I'm failing the girls because my wrists don't but it's for the girls and the girls. Anywho, I feel like that goes without explanation. Do I need to go any further?
I mean, if you want to.
Well, that's not true. Okay, that's not true. The space is predominantly for the girls and the girls. The black men that know how to act right And everyone else who just wants to actively have a front row seat, but realize this space is centered for these people and these people first, and everyone else outside of that, you just sort of, this our world, you just living in it. Stay in your place.
Hey.
Now, song number 4, please.
Niggas in Paris. I told you I was gonna do it. Fuck the other song.
I knew. I just didn't know, and
I was gonna do it.
I forgot. I forgot.
Got my niggas in Paris, and they go on gorillas. Huh?
What does that mean? I don't know.
No one knows.
The people going.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative. No, it's not as gross. It gets the people going. It's really funny because it's actually just kind of also very like for me. I'm just like I'm doing my own shit, and I'm gonna keep doing my own shit. I'm gonna have my homies with me, and we're gonna grow together. Because me and Punda actually are a stream team. Not a lot of people do this, but I mean we still do our stuff individually. But this song just still has been like that constant meme of who was in Paris, and people know that they can't say this. So it's like that taboo, that joke, but also the actual song.
I want to go to like Venice Beach and just walk up to white people and see if they would actually say it. Who was in Paris?
Usher. It was 7:00 on the dot too. He was in a drop stop.
Oh, when I actually found out that white man was not lying, that shit blew my mind.
And he was in Paris?
Yes, I did not know.
You didn't know Usher was actually in Paris during Nice and Slow?
No. It was a white man that told me that.
I'm sorry you got told. Yeah, he's in Paris.
That shit was wild.
We're gonna save some face. All right, next song.
So song number 5.
In retrospect, like Nice and Slow is old as shit, so I don't expect people to remember.
Nice and Slow is just barely. It's just barely younger than me. Actually, it's a year younger than me in terms of age.
Fuck, I'm old.
Anyway, a year. So is that my math right? 8701. That was 2001. I'm stupid. That's stupid. I'm not gonna dox myself. I'm not gonna age myself. I refuse.
You already told us how many you are. You held up your fingers.
I just many. You right?
Whoa.
Anyways,
going to jail.
my 5th song is another twofer. Cause I can never. I'm so generous. You're welcome.
Sometimes you need 2 fingers. Go ahead. What happened? Did I say something?
The first song is gonna be "You Suck" by Simaze. I'm assuming that's how you say their name. Love them so much. They were a TikTok personality, but they're also an aspiring and I won't say aspiring artist because they actually have an active EP out and they put out other music, but they're a personality and they're promoting and they exist in their life. But I support them and I want it to be a major tenet and understanding within this space that I support those who are growing and coming to the front of the line consistently. I want to see everybody find their seat at the table. Even if I didn't necessarily get it for you, I want to make sure that if I can help you stretch that table more so that you can have that seat there comfortably, because you shouldn't be squeezing in. Everybody deserves to sit at that table. And on the opposite side of it, the second song is going to be TikTokers by Armani Bands, because it's absolutely nonsensical. And I want you to know, I'm with the fuckery and the shenanigans. This is a good time. This is not, take me serious and consume what I'm saying, but also realize the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Fuck around?
Find out.
Find out what? Fuck around and
fuck around. Fuck around and what? Find out. Find out
what?
Fuck around.
Fuck around.
That's never ending.
It is.
And like he said, the more you fuck around, the more you find out.
I just love it so. The more you fuck around, the more
chocolate bit bookies. Those are not edibles. Those are chocolate chip cookies. In case you didn't know, that was a song that I just referenced.
I do.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure we were.
It could be that too. Harder or softer?
Anyway, song number 5.
Mine is, I'm gonna go back to Hatsune Miku because I am a Vocaloid nerd. Common World Domination.
Translation: she's a weeb.
I said that earlier.
No, but I'm reaffirming. You know.
Oh, cool. I'm a weeb.
Yes.
I decided to take my personality and turn it to an anime poster girl. I'm obviously a
Really?
weeb.
No.
I know, right? Oh, where? Doko des fucking ka. So why are you making that face? Why are you making the face? Well, you do. You hate it. Remember when I was hating it in my bathroom? You were like, "Hey, yo, I'm gonna run you out of your house by getting butt naked in your bathroom, taking the shits in it." Do you remember that you did?
That is not what I said. I said I was going to rip ass to make sure you got out of the bathroom. And I will. I will fart past you. I will fart walking right past you. I will.
You can
Matter of fact, I will on a breezy day walk up the air trail, fart and move left.
Why are you so chaotic? Fart up, move left. Who plans that? Who plans that? Do you wake up in the morning and be like, the wind's trajectory is going this way. So if I walk 4 steps to the left, it'll encompass the entire area. But if I'm off,
bro, I'm a JoJo's villain.
I'm down for that.
Who is the stand user?
The wind just. Jotaro, I smell the stand user right there. Because the wind gave your ass away. Because you'd have fucking Yoshikage Kira.
I'm about to freaking cry. Stop.
You're the one out here planning out your route. Like, Yoshikage fucking Kira going the same hands having it. You're doing the same shit every day. Planning out your route just so you can fart on people. You did this to yourself. I didn't do shit. Look, am I lying?
Yes.
Am I? Black people know they have one thing, and that's the audacity. Oh my god!
You know what? Song number 5. Tell us more about this.
I will.
I'm actually crying, bro.
You sure? You sure?
Oh, fuck. Hold on.
Anyway.
Shit.
Going off the same rhythm, Common World Domination is just like you have something that's super simple. It's the name of the song. It's called Common World Domination. It's a Vocaloid song. Listen, I didn't. What?
What you mean by that?
Oh my fucking god. Black people have everything, including the audacity. You know what I mean. You know what I'm gonna dominate. Now you know what I mean by that.
In front of the children?
Fuck them kids. Not literally.
Facts. No.
Not literally.
No.
But fuck them kids. Anyway.
Unfortunately, I don't have a priest license. I can't anyways.
So the song.
I feel like the Catholics are going to drag me.
No, they're not. You're not a chill. Ooh, the song.
Nor am I Jesus Christ.
I'll change my song to Take Me to Church.
I've heard enough. What?
I'm done.
Okay, so is it a twofer or are you substituting?
Yeah, no, it's a twofer. It's a twofer.
Okay.
It's the Common World Domination by Hatsune Miku, and just like I said, it's kind of like the other song. You're taking charge of your own world and living your life to the fullest, no matter how old you are. And Take Me to Church, because at this point in time,
Isn't that song about going down on a woman?
that song is actually about homosexuality and how even though there's like a lot of hidden messages in that song, because you think that it's about this holy message. It's about, exploring your options. You can still be condemned for sins depending on where you are. So, long story short, don't be a
look
fucking
like an
nope.
ice cream cone, me one lick, yeah.
That's not in the song. I don't remember those lyrics.
And with that, we're gonna go because we're gonna wrap up. Yes, the Cupcake remix.
Take me to church.
Come me. In case it isn't apparent, I love a good cupcake remix, but then a cupcake remix. But who doesn't?
That's true.
Like I've yet to hear a bad cupcake mix of a song. Like even the classical music, that shit, juggle them balls, slurp on that dick.
Juggle the balls on that dick. I'm dead.
We're gonna move on to turning a new leaf. We're gonna offer one final piece of advice about the leaf topic. We can offer it to the audience. We can offer it to ourselves. We can offer it to one another. If you feel as though you have some advice for me, feel free. If you have some advice for you, future you, or past or present you, whatever, you can give that. If you have advice to the audience about community building or maybe even your community, you can do that too. I feel like I've explained thoroughly. I'm gonna stop talking. Sparky, cut me off, please. You just let me babble there.
I did. It was cute. I could stop you. You're so adorable when you're talking about things you're passionate about.
I'm gonna shoot you.
Go ahead.
I have no problem with committing black on black crimes.
I know. Yeah, Freudian slip.
I fucking knew it was coming. I fucking knew it.
Biting you in the ass today.
I knew it was coming.
Oh my god. So my piece of advice is essentially when you're building something new and you're starting something new, do not give up. A lot of big name streamers will tell you that they started small, don't pay attention to things like numbers, just do it for fun.
Please. Hey, I've been streaming since technically I'm a newbie streamer in regards to like having a full setup and everything, but I've been streaming technically since as an affiliate since April, and I just got my first paycheck. So
I mean, but it's gonna come. So
your day will come. Just keep pushing.
Yeah.
Granted, so also I'm getting a paycheck because they lowered the threshold, but that's it. But technically, I exceeded the threshold, and I'm speaking to prophesy. Let me preach a little bit, Pastor. As much as what I'm like, I was making the joke about me not actually meeting the threshold and like them lowering it. Realistically, with them lowering that threshold and everything, and me getting that payout and receiving my first check, I didn't realize how close I was to my actual goal until I saw that check. And that's after taxes and everything too, because I had them pull out taxes for me already. You're closer to what you think you're going to do than you think you are. Just keep going.
I agree.
No, keep going. Was that all?
No, it's fine. Oh. So don't just like just because you don't have, like hundreds of viewers day one doesn't mean that you won't get those hundreds of viewers later.
And sometimes you may not want 100 people.
I don't.
You may not imagine sitting in a room and 100 niggas looking at you. You don't think that's you don't find that suspicious? You don't find that weird?
You're dumb. Everything is a slow build. It took me a while when I first started to learn that everything's a slow build, and before you know it, you'll meet amazing people. You'll have a space that's dedicated to you, but just don't give up because have it.
Do I get to be in a museum?
Yes. They'll put you in the fine bitch, damn shit. Ooh, I can't stare at her. She too fucking sexy museum. You just gonna have your own museum. You ain't getting a fucking section. You gotta have your own building.
I mean, like, where are you gonna put a bitch that's looking like this at?
In the section where people can't say the name of the building because it's gonna be your name.
You're not wrong. A lot of people can't seem to say La Roza Negra.
What?
A lot of
La
people.
Roza Negra. What the fuck? Fucking La Rosa dumbasses had it. Look at fucking La Rosa can't pronounce shit. La uneducated mother. Anyway, your turn.
My final piece of advice is, honestly, when in your community, value the opinions and critiques of your friends, but don't let them skew and warp your own. Cause like, again, they can offer you critiques to help you better find and refine your vision, but they cannot help you see what you see for yourself. And if you go based on what they see in their full, like, take what they're saying, and if you find yourself aligning with what they're saying, then put it into practice. But actively make sure you're centering what it is you want first, because if you go with what they're saying, you're going to lose sight of what you want. And then at the point when you finally start to see the return and the success and everything, you're going to get all the way down that road and be all like, I'm here and this ain't what I want. And I'd hate that for you. I really would.
Yeah, people pleasing by thinking that you're doing what's best for the people, but not doing what's best for you.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, I am my design is because this is what I wanted. Did I ask my friends for their opinions? Yes. Did I maybe take their opinions into considerations? Probably. Who knows? But does it work for me? Yes.
Sparky couldn't ask my opinion because I was a babbling mess. I was just like, oh god.
I mean, your opinion that was very valid. What do you mean? If I show you and you be like, "Awooga," all right, that's a great opinion. I'm getting what I need.
I'm trying to put a bite mark on your left titty so that you can get it tattooed later. You're welcome.
How dare on my left titty?
Left.
Rude.
Right above your heart.
If you don't bite both titties like a real mother.
Say less.
Hey.
She.
We can't have shit nice here. Anyway.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Where can the people find you, Sparky?
You can find me every day almost on twitch.tv after 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can also find me on TikTok. I'm Sparky the Third everywhere. The #1 female poster VTuber.
Love that. Love that so much. You got anything exciting coming up?
This weekend I plan to play some horror games. I just did my 2D debut, which this is essentially the reveal of this model of my own design.
And them things do be thinging in real time.
They
You
do
should
be
go and see
thinging.
them. You
And when
can't
I say
see it
own
now
design-
because we're trying to keep it child friendly, but them thighs.
I said it once, I said it again.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Fuck them kids.
You stop
but
that. You stop
my
that. You stop that right now. Stop that right now. Hold on. Yeah, thank you. That's better. Because you were out of frame. You were kind of out of frame.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Stop. No. Don't you fucking do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
be good. But yeah, so just streaming horror games as it is the month of October. Horror games. What?
Horror. There's a second R.
I said it. I say it really fast. No, I say it really fast. I do. It's just that's one of the things in my country accent kicking in. Horror games.
Press X for doubt. As always, you guys know where you can find me. This episode will be available for listening on all major platforms at 3 p.m. Pacific. For Patreon users, this video will be available at 6 p.m. Pacific on Wednesdays. Again, same as the listening day. And then for regular users, you can find this video on YouTube at noon on Saturday. I hope you've had a blast. You can find me on all social medias at OGLaRozaNegra. That's OGLaRozaNegra.
Hey. Oh, sorry.
You were having a good time over there, weren't you?
Cheers. Always.
Remember to spread love, go in peace, and remember that karma is real, everybody. Bye, y'all.
Bye.